We're going to check in on our favorite local race car driver. He's Bruno Carneiro, and he's tearing it up in Japan. Stay with us. Welcome back to Real Sports Live. We are thrilled to have in studio with us a local racing legend, even at the tender age of 18. You can be a legend at 18, can't you?
I mean, if you'd like to call it that.
Okay, good. He's Bruno Carneiro. We've been tracking his career ever since you were, what, like 6, 7, 8 years old, something like that? You've been racing go-karts out at the old motorsports park. Now you're a Formula 3 race car driver racing in Japan.
Yes.
What's that been like this last year for you?
It's been a hectic ride. It's a good hectic ride, I guess you could say. It's been very fun and really a dream come true. Like you said, with go-karts when I was 6, 7, 8. I started when I was 4 and a half. Always with the dream of racing Formula cars in the future, obviously. And to be in Formula 3 is really a dream come true and something I never really expected that would happen to me. But here we are, and I'm really enjoying it, and it's just, really, like I said, a dream come true.
And you're living on your own, 18-year-old in Japan as a race car driver. That's got to be pretty fun, I would think, to be a race car driver, 18-year-old kid living in Japan.
Yes.
There's some fun involved, right?
Yeah. So because it's difficult going back and forth.
Sure.
It was definitely a big learning experience.
Yeah.
I had to do my own groceries.
Wow.
It's easy stuff. I got used to it, but just I think managing.
Just getting around town. Yeah. Foreign language. And you picked up some Japanese. Is that right?
Yes. I'm able to speak. And there they say I'm pretty good with my Japanese. I think there's a lot more I can learn, and I'm hoping to learn a lot more. But I get around, so that's pretty good.
So you made the jump from Formula 4 to Formula 3. I assume the eventual goal. I mean, you're only 18, but to get to Formula 2, and then the ultimate goal, Formula 1 racer, right? You feel like you're on that track?
It's obviously the dream ever since I was a kid, Formula 1. But, racing in Japan, there's a lot of new open doors, and there's actually a series called Super Formula in Japan that is equivalent, if not a little faster than Formula 2, actually. And you could easily make your name and make a career in that level. Formula 2 is always a dream, anything to be able to get up to the top step.
And you're one of the youngest, I would think, in Formula 3, right? And the only American racing in Japan right now?
Yeah, so I'm lucky to be one of the youngest. I guess that's something a little I can brag about, but I'm just by 1 month, I'm the second youngest kid.
We'll call you the youngest. We won't let the other guy know. But still, being the only American, too, I would think it'd be a little intimidating, but you've been handling pressure your entire life, especially on the track.
Yeah, it's difficult because obviously everybody's looking at me different. I'm the foreigner coming in. We had different nationalities racing. Definitely, there was a Spaniard that was always up top and big competition, but I was very honored to be able to be the only American to represent Utah in specific, but the United States.
And how did you do this last season? First year in Formula 3, I wouldn't think you'd win every race, but did you get some top 10 finishes?
Yes, we got definitely top 10 finishes, points finishes, and that was a lot more than we were expecting. Obviously, we were happy with the results, especially for the team being their first year. Getting points finishes was definitely something to smile about, and now just working hard from what we learned this year to put towards next year for sure. So.
Sponsorship obviously is a big part of racing. I see the sponsors on your gear right there.
Like a billboard right here.
Yeah, exactly. But you're always looking, right? Like that's the name of the game. You have to keep raising money, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, next year is, like as this year was a big step up, not only in power, downforce, and things like that, but also financially. And this next year is definitely proving to be that as well.
Yeah.
And obviously the hope is, since I'm you could say Utah native, I'm here in Utah all my life, really. I'd love to, I'm always trying to add on new sponsors and Utah-based sponsors, really, to represent overseas and hopefully take the name over there.
There's a big Utah racing community here, right?
Yes.
I mean, you came up in it. I would think, are there other Utahns you think getting involved in, maybe not to go to Formula 1 or anything like that, but that it's big here?
Right. Oh, yeah. I've been racing here all my life. I started in karts when I was 4, obviously, and then, doing international and national karting things before I moved up into Formula cars. But there's a lot of people that I know that are really trying hard in karts, and obviously I have personal friends that I race against that are getting into GT cars or, prototype cars, things like that are definitely moving up. So there's a lot of big names in Utah that have moved up, and I'm very lucky to be one of those.
Well, you are one of them. Bruno, thanks for stopping by, man.
Thank you always for the attention you give to the racers and everything.
Well-deserving. This 18-year-old race car driver in Japan, man. If I was only 18 again.
Go back.
My days have passed me. All right, well, I hope you're not sick of us yet. We still got parting shots coming up in just a couple minutes, so stick around.